The National Tushaus Conference 2017 is being observed under the theme Good Governance, a Brighter Future for Guyana's First People. Over 200 communities are participating in this year's conference, where they will engage with members of the executive to address issues concerning them and their communities. The National Tushaus Conference, NTC, is an annual forum at which all of Guyana's leaders of indigenous communities gather to discuss with government officials and various organizations issues and policies which affect them. Chairman of the NTC, Joel Fredericks, raised several issues during his opening remarks at the conference, including the incident where a government minister referred to the Amerindian people as greedy.
We see a member working for this administration openly attacking the indigenous people's identity, integrity, and history. We advise caution. As such, uttering drives the deep wedge in a nation.
During a sitting of the National Assembly in June, Minister within the Labour Department, Keith Scott, reportedly said that the Amerindians are greedy because they requested security in lands which they have held since time immemorial. Fredericks also raised the issue of government not consulting with village leaders during the establishment of townships across the country.
We have seen townships named with indigenous lands being placed in townships such as Letem, Bartica, Mabaruma, and soon to become township of Madia. We need to have consultation, Mr. President. All of these without the indigenous participation through FPIC. This is troubling and needs a redress mechanism.
The issue of Amerindian land rights was also raised by the NTC chairman, who lamented that not much progress has been made in this regard over the 2 years of APNU AFC governance. Minister of Indigenous Peoples Affairs Sidney Alicock, in his remarks, however, called on the leaders to reduce its focus on the negatives and start celebrating the positives.
We have a lot of things in our villages that are not coming out to celebrate. We need to share that. What is it that you're doing that is making you successful? Instead of this doom and gloom and everything seems negative. If things seem negative, it's because of the mindset that you have. And we need visionaries who could use their hands and the imagination to get things from right within their areas by having that link with the regional system, with the government system, with the funding agencies that could be able to help us.
President David Granger, in his remarks, underscored his government's commitment to Amerindian rights.
The government will continue to work through the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs to solve the persistent problems of hinterland underdevelopment. The National Tushaus Conference was not a talk shop, it's a workshop. It's a forum for planning. It's a forum for problem solving.
Meanwhile, the NTC also unveiled their plan for the proposed secretariat to be constructed at Sophia. Davina Samaru, Newsroom.